Those who share the palliative, they have been doing that. The man in Anambra State, he has been doing this for years. The church in Abuja have been doing this for years, and all this never happened. So government need to start saying that their policies are anti-people. It's not working for the people. And their job is to serve the people, to do what the people want. And the people doesn't want hunger. So the government need to sit down and review their policies and be able to make it, to target it to lifting people out of poverty. You Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Andy Media TV welcoming you on Trending Stories. I hope you guys are enjoying your Yuletide season. This is a season of Christmas. There have been a lot of incidents, happening across our country in Nigeria, and I think some of them is a situation that is quite too unnecessary to happen in the first place. We've had cases of stampedes, in three cities in Ibadan, in Abuja, and also in Anambra State, and those incidents took a minimum of 70 lives, as a result of the stampede that arose because people are, trying to scamper to, gain access to the palliatives that are being shared by well-meaning individuals in the country. And in Ibadan specifically, we lost even kids, and also even in Abuja, some kids are part of the deceased, and it's quite a sad story, seeing what's, went down in these cities. Well-meaning individuals and churches, do hold, sessions where they distribute palliative to those that need them. And over the years, there have not been any incidents of stampede, or death being recorded as a result of sharing of this palliative. But this year, 2024 December, it was a different ballgame altogether. And like I used to say, that this is a pointer that the economic condition of Nigerians is getting worse by the day, because those sharing palliatives may have, a plan that they have maybe 500 participants that's going to be around for the palliative sharing, and suddenly you're seeing about 6,000 persons, and that's ridiculous. You didn't plan for such. So I've seen a lot of people kind of, blaming the organizers and other. Yes, they have, part of the blame in terms of ensuring that they have adequate crowd control mechanism in place, as well as security to ensure peaceful and orderly distribution of these, food materials. But having said that, for me, I think I'm looking down to the root cause of this problem, and the root cause is simply hunger and poverty. The number of people who have gone down to the poverty region has increased within this administration of 18 months. This 18 months of, this present administration in Nigeria, many people have fallen down into the poverty region, and there has been serious hunger in the country, and this hunger has exacerbated, the problem. And all these things are, emanated as a result of, the policy direction of the government. And even the government itself have been casting blame. I heard the president during the presidential, media chat, casting blame on the organizers and making boast that for the past 25 years he's been, administering palliative to people in Bodilion, the area where he lives in Lagos, which is, is a highbrow area, which you have just few, poor people around, and that he has never encountered this kind of problem because they are organized. As at that time you are doing all this stuff, there's no hunger in the land as it is today. And number two, the area you are doing this stuff is a highbrow area where you have rich people. So who's gonna come for the palliative? It's just few poor people who may have traveled from, different locations to come around. Go to Ikotueba, go to Ajegule, go to, all this riverine area where people live in water. Go there and do palliative and see how it works. So it's unfortunate to hear, to hear that. So the government itself is not even seeing the main problem. The main problem is that there is harsh economic condition in the country, and people barely survive. People don't have food to eat. If I have 120K to get a bag of rice, why should I go and be queuing in a crowd to get a bag of rice from someone else? So these are the problems. So people don't have access to food. And when somebody, doesn't have access to food, a lot of things comes out. And when people get over the place, get to the place, and they see, the crowd of people, they feel that, oh, there may not be enough palliative, so I'm gonna, hustle. So it becomes survival of the fittest, and you know how it works. The stronger dominates the weaker. And that's what led to stampedes. All right. So those who share the palliative, they have been doing that. The man in Anambra State, he has been doing this for years. The church in Abuja have been doing this for years. And all this never happened. So government need to start seeing that their policies are anti-people. It's not working for the people. And their job is to serve the people, to do what the people want. And the people doesn't want hunger. So the government need to sit down and review their policies and be able to make it, to target it to lifting people out of poverty. You must lift people out of poverty. Otherwise, if the economic condition that we find ourselves today continues in 2025, it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse than what we are seeing today. When somebody is hungry and alive, what is his life for? That's why you see them scamper to get it. Even if they die there, they will die hero, that they are looking for what to eat. So it's quite ridiculous when the government is casting aspersions only to those who administered the palliative and not to themselves, who has created the worst economic environment in the history of Nigeria. What is inflation in Nigeria? I think it's over 40% of inflation. How many people has jobs? There's a whole lot of unemployed people in the country. There's no place to work. Businesses are closing. Businesses shut down and left the country, both indigenous businesses and foreign businesses. So, what's the income in Nigeria? Minimum wage is 70,000 naira, and the bag of rice is about 110, 20,000 per bag. So your minimum wage can't even afford a bag of rice, and that's the minimum you get at the end of a month. So it's quite ridiculous. They are not seeing the poverty in the land. They are not seeing the hunger in the land. In August, they held a protest titled Bad Governance, Protest Against Hunger. It was held in Nigeria in August 2024, just a few months ago. And government did not take heed to that until December. They announced a stampede that Nigeria lost 70 souls who were scampering to get food to eat. Is that bad? As a citizen of Nigeria, I expect you just credit some people just to get something to eat. Is that terrible? People have no hope. So they don't understand what is happening. I heard Mr. President in the media chat talking about, cutting your coat according to your material. Really? Is he really doing that? Nigeria, what does they have? Nigeria is broke. And what do we have? They are buying private jet, they are buying yacht, they are buying Cadillac for themselves. They are procuring 460 SUVs for the members of National Assembly. Each one costs between 140 million to 160 million. That's what they are doing. Are they cutting their coat according to what Nigeria has? No, not really. Rather, they spend big on themselves and they borrow at the detriment of the citizens. So you can't be preaching what you're not practicing. You fired 5 ministers, you employed 7 ministers. You scrap this ministry, you create another one. There's Ministry of Agriculture, there's Ministry of Livestock. So what is that about? You can create Department of Livestock, which we already have in the Ministry of Agriculture, to manage that. Why create another ministry and put another minister there? And taxpayers are funding it. They are dying of hunger. They are funding, those in powers, extravagant life. So we practice what we preach. You don't be telling people cut your coat according to your size when you yourself, you are not doing that. So we really need to sit up as a country and create policies that will target lifting people out of poverty, because the time is coming when you, the rich man, cannot sleep in your house. They will knock on your door and get everything that you have, because an hungry man is an angry man. We need to start thinking out of the box on what to do to ensure that we lift our people out of poverty. This is very, very important. There's no point casting blame on those who are, giving out palliative. They are trying to help the government do what they cannot do. That's what it is. Most of them, I saw police people are there, but how many police were there to deal with the number of crowd, the number of people that came for the palliative? This Christmas period, this stampede has opened the eyes of everyone to see how bad this economic situation of Nigeria is. Go down to the hoods, go down to villages, go down to communities. You'll see people who are hungry 2 days, they have not eaten, and they have kids. No hope of what to do. No hope. I saw a video of someone, 2 onion bulbs, 1,000 naira. About 6 or 7 red pepper, small red pepper for cooking is 1,000 naira. Is that what somebody will be doing with a family? So a live chicken is between 20 to 30,000 per naira per one, and minimum wage is 70,000. So what are we talking about? The government need to wake up and do something. There's a pro-poor program that you do, poverty reduction program, that you need to implement that have human face, that will target people at the poverty level, to lift them out of poverty. It's not all this one you are calling cash transfer money to who you don't know. No, you have to track people's income to know people that fall within a certain threshold, people that don't have a job, the elderly, and the rest of them. And you begin to create a program that's targeted at this group. Not that you create a program, rich people in government, the minister, the PAMSEC, and the director will put in the names of their family members and they will be receiving conditional cash transfer when they are not poor. No, you have to create a human-faced program that will target these poor people, in most vulnerable people, so that at the end of every month they get a full stamp. With that food stamp, there will be designated, stores where they go and pick whatever food is listed on that food stamp, and they go back home. They don't spend money. You present the paper, they give you whatever you need. The balance remains, and you have to spend that for a month. Next month, another one comes in. That's what they do in developed countries. I don't see the reason why we'll be talking about conditional cash transfer, and the money is going to rich people that don't deserve to get it because of corruption. So, Mr. President, you are scoring yourself a pass mark. Pass mark for creating poverty, pass mark for creating hunger, pass mark for destroying the economy. You devalue the naira. Is it the pass mark you're giving yourself? Are you the one to score yourself? It is the citizens that will score you. They are the people you are serving. They are the ones that will score you to tell you if you are doing good or not. It's not your aides. It's not your minister. It is the citizens. And with the stampede that happened in December, you can see that the citizens are telling you that you are not doing what they ask you to do. You are not helping them. You are not trying to help them survive. That you are killing them. That's what they are telling you. If the economy is good, will they go and stampede themselves to get a bag of rice? Will they go to come back as a coffin? No. If the economy is good, they will afford their food by themselves. There's no way you can't have poor people. You will have, but not this magnitude that we are seeing today. In America, there are poor people, but not this magnitude. Because government is not thinking about the people. There's no sustainable system on how to target the poor people and help them. No way. Small businesses are dying. No support from government. Even the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, they are going through difficulties. No help. No help. All the loans we borrow, we don't know where they are going to. We don't know what they are being used for. This government came in within 18 months. They have borrowed almost more than what the previous government under Buhari borrowed for 8 years in 18 months. So where is these funds? What are they used for? The roads death trap. A few days ago, a family that was traveling back home in Anambra State were kidnapped. The whole family, including the maid and the kids, were taken. A few days ago, we got a report that Boko Haram used drone to bomb military base. The roads are dilapidated. The internal roads are broken down. And we are busy awarding the coastal highway that many people don't use. But the internal roads people use frequently, even through that channel that foods are being supplied, to respective states. They are bad and terrible. So what are we talking about? You are scoring yourself pass mark? You are scoring yourself good? You're talking of efficiency? Is this government efficient? When you are buying Cadillac for yourself, buying private jet for yourself, National Assembly is spending billions of dollars under your nose to get SUVs. Is that efficiency? What is efficient there? That you are appointing ministers more than what the Constitution says. What is efficiency there? How many A's do you have just under communication? How many A's? Is it 8 or 12? Just under communication alone. Is that efficiency? And you're talking about efficiency. That's not efficiency. That's waste. That's the definition of waste. So you can't come and be preaching to people and telling us, oh, you scored a pass mark, your government has done well, you have removed subsidy. Removing subsidy is an achievement. What other thing did you put in place to cushion the impact of the subsidy you removed? Instead of dealing with the corruption in the subsidy regime, what did you put in place? You devalued the naira. You took out subsidy from forex. How much is dollar today? It's 1,611 naira. That's what many of them are changing. That's what I just changed a few days ago. Well, how is your policies working? Unfortunately, the media team there were unable to point a lot of things out to you when you were challenging that they should tell you which minister is not working. A whole lot of them. Better Edu that all the money sent to alleviate poverty. Where is the money? And where is the better Edu? Where is she? What's the outcome of the report? Or have you not seen what the police is doing to people? You should be able to see that on the news, see that on social media. You have aides in media who should report to you what they see on social media. How police brutalize people. Is that what you are giving yourself pass mark? Have you seen the quarters where the police are living? Is that what you give yourself as pass mark? Travel by road so that you see the state of Nigerian roads. Is that what you are giving yourself pass mark? Were you now aware that the national grid collapsed about 12 times in 2024? Is that a pass mark for you? No, it's not. Where is power? 250 million people is generating 5,000 megawatts. Less than that, even. Is that a pass mark? Are we talking of corruption? So I don't really know where you got your own information that you are calling yourself a pass mark. This is the first time in the history of this country I've lived under several governments that people are protesting for hunger, that people are dying in stampede for food for 5K. That is the worth of life of a Nigerian, 5K, or a bag of rice and a gallon of groundnut oil, 10 liter. That is the value of life of a Nigerian. And it just happened as if nothing happened. 70 Nigerians died because of food, to get food. And we just speak on it at the presidential media as if nothing happened. They are not human beings. They are not people's children, husband or wife or family member. That's unfortunate. Nigerians are hungry. Redesign your policies to target lifting people out of poverty. There are proper programs you can do. Many countries have done it. You can copy it and domesticate it the way it will work in Nigeria. It will help people to come out of poverty. And it will stop these unnecessary deaths through stampedes. Let me bet you, in January, 31st December, anybody that is sharing palliative, you will see stampede because people are hungry. They are not doing it as a show. They are doing it to tell you this current situation they find themselves. So people are supporting to help government to do what they cannot do. And they are being blamed totally for everything. They have their part of the blame, for not putting adequate, security measures or car control measures and, or face the distribution. Today, this group issue tally, something of that nature. But the root cause is the government. They have failed to take care of the welfare of the citizens, which is their primary responsibility. And the protection of lives and property. If a whole family is kidnapped on their way home for Christmas, what are we talking about? And Davido spoke the other time, talking to Nigerians in the diaspora, and they want to cut off his head. Is it not happening? Is it not what he said? Is it not showing up? He's showing up. You see, people have their different experiences. Nigeria may not have happened to you. That doesn't mean when Nigeria has happened to somebody and they speak it, you disavow his speech, thinking that it's against Nigeria. No, everybody wants Nigeria to work. Nobody wants to leave Nigeria and go abroad. Life in Nigeria is sweet, but you need to belong to enjoy it. You can't be poor and enjoy Nigeria. All right? So you see, that is the problem. So instead of listening to constructive criticism and using the information to improve what you do, we will begin to target people and say they are against the government. What we care about is that economy is working for everybody, not for few. Only people who are enjoying life are those in government. The National Assembly guys, the governors, the commissioners, the ministers, and most directors, PAMSECs. Go there, other grade levels, 14 grade level below. They are broke. Nothing is happening except in juicy place they pay bigger salary than the minimum wage. So is this the kind of country we want to create for ourselves? I don't know. But I must put it out there that the system is getting worse. Even those of us in the diaspora are feeling the heat. Yeah, because it bounces back to those abroad. Every need comes to you these days. You are the last wall of defense for your family. So you have to do what you have to do. So government, please and please look inward. Stop all this extravagant spending you people are doing. Shrink. Go study Argentinian president, the Millet guy in Argentina. Study him. He came in. Argentina was almost at the rock bottom when he came in, and he shrink the ministries, cut them down, take off those who are not effective and efficient, and shrink them and cut down waste. And for the first time in the history of Argentina, over 130 something years, they had a balanced budget. That is a man who came to work. Not sitting down and be talking. Nigerians need to get their ass together. If you are the giant of Africa and that your people are suffering like this, I don't really understand where your giant is coming from. Study the man in Argentina, copy what he did, replicate it in our own fashion, and you will see how things will turn around. Your policies are not working for the people. That is the meaning. Poverty is in the land, hunger is in the land. Solve this hunger problem. People need to have assurance that they can eat today and they will eat tomorrow. That is the meaning. Deal with that and make Nigeria great again. So all these your aides and minister who doesn't tell you the truth, I'm sorry. At times, disguise yourself. Go to remote areas. You are in Abuja. You can go to Kubwa. Drive on the roads and see how the roads in Kubwa is. Go inside Dawaki, even part of Barimpa. Go to Lugbe, drive in those areas. That's where people are scarce. That's where average people are staying. Not where you drive in my time and you think Nigeria is good. No. Go to remote areas. Disguise in the night. Drive those roads. You see how bad most of them are. See that there is darkness. This generator will be hearing. And the cost of fueling is quite expensive. So, I don't know. But the fact remains that Nigeria need to work. And it's you guys in these positions that need to make it work. So, Mr. President, please review your policies as we are stepping into 2025. You need to get things done better so that people can be put out of poverty. There are a lot of proper programs. Create your own. The one that we have already, if they are not effective or working, please domesticate something that will work. Other countries have done such programs. Copy what they are doing, remodel it to suit our environment, and you are there. It doesn't take time. And you guys are busy talking about Sharia law in the southern states and what have you. Nigerians are hungry. You are talking of Sharia. I don't get it. The northern states where you have the Sharia, how is it faring? What's happening? How many governors who are drinking red wine have they flogged or cut their hand? How many governors who are carrying side chick, commissioners, permanent secretaries in those states that does that? What has happened to them? It's only the poor people that all these things comes to hit. They drink alcohol, they drink red wine, they drink champagne, they drink all these things, but a poor man drinks beer. Each bar will catch him. What are you talking? So laws are for certain group of people, not for everybody. Anyway, I don't know, but for me, I think a lot of things are not working, and they need to work for Nigeria to be better, and for you to be able to spur people abroad to come back home and invest. What they have. Check it. How many investors are coming to Nigeria? Tell me which new company, which new organization has come to Nigeria to invest. Tell me. People are leaving because the economy is not working. Even if you come to invest, who will buy? People have the purchasing power is too low, so who will even buy the product? That's the point. Well, I'm gonna leave it here, but these are part of the things I talked through, and I felt that I need to share my views on the certain things that have been happening so far. And you too, you can share your views in the comment section, and we keep talking and debating on these issues until we see things work for everyone in the country, just like it was for everyone in other countries. So, if you feel that this administration have done so well, like the president is giving himself a mark that he has done so well, you say so and tell us why you think so. If you think it's not done so well, you can say so, and you can also lead us to some areas you feel. I didn't cover everything here because I don't want the video to be too long. So you can share your views. Tell us your experiences where you are. Tell us what is happening around your area. Tell us what you see when you go to the market, or you want to buy some food stuff in the market, or you want to buy something else. Tell us, share your views, share your experiences, and compare it to what it used to be, and let's see where we are. I think that's going to help us to analyze this issue. It's not issue of emotion or sentiments or region or religion or where the person come from. We are talking about the situation. Nobody cares about where anybody come from. We're talking about the key issues, happening in the country. So for me here, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna say, see you guys in my next video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share this video so that others can see it and also make their comment and help me this channel to grow as well. So I hope to see you guys in my next video, and then put on your notifications so that when my next video comes on, you'll be able to get notified. And I'll see you in my next video. I also see you in 2025. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for being on my channel. I appreciate you.